Hey there, Seb Fry the Realtor here, and in this video I'm going to answer the question when and why you should make your first offer be your absolute best offer on the property. A lot of times people are saying, hey, hold back, the market's not that hot. Listen, if you follow that advice, you're going to lose out a lot of the time. So if you want to know when and why you should make your first offer your absolute best offer, then you definitely want to watch this video. Alright, well first of all, thank you so much for clicking on the link to watch this video. I really do appreciate it, and I will try my best to deliver value worth your time in this video. And also, would you please do me a favor? Would you mash that subscribe button right there and subscribe to my YouTube channel? And don't forget, click that little bell to make sure that you get a notification every time I put up a brand new fun-filled video, kind of like this one. All right, so I'm making this video after just hearing the news that my client lost out on a multiple offer situation, and but you know what? He missed it by that much. So here's what I want to tell you. When we were discussing the offer that we were making, you know, the buyer, you know, I mean, like, this is at the very top of his price range, and he did want to, like, you know, pay as little as possible for the property because he, you know, was facing very high payments, and he couldn't really offer hardly anything more than he was gonna offer. And so I ran through my little exercise with him. I said, well, let's just say you offer a full price, and then you find out it sells for a full price plus $5,000. Would you have offered full price plus $10,000 if you known that would have made the difference? And so we did that little exercise. And in fact, he did, you know, follow my suggestion, which is that he'd go all in, right? He offered, you know, just $10,000 over asking price, but that was the most he felt he could possibly do. And he did make it a non-contingent offer. There was no inspection contingency. He did have a loan and an appraisal contingency, and he wasn't comfortable waiving those. But nevertheless, he did make a very good, strong offer. And this morning, when I was talking to the agent, the listing agent, about it, you know, it sounded like we might actually be getting the property. And then a few hours later, I got an email, nope, no dice. Very simple, curt, not really curt, but, you know, short and to the point. Listen, you didn't get the offer. Thank you. You didn't get the listing. Thank you so much for submitting your offer. We really appreciate it. Hope to work with you again in the future. Blah, blah, blah. So I call up the listing agent and had to, you know, try a couple of times to reach him. Did get him on the phone, and I said, hey, what happened, man? It sounded like we were looking pretty good a few hours ago. And he goes, yeah, you know what happened was the wife, she just liked the other offer better because, well, there were some reasons why she liked the offer better. Mostly was because they actually had a ton of cash. It wasn't a cash offer, but they could have paid all cash for it. They wanted to put down about 50%, and it certainly was a sure thing from their perspective, because if their 50% loan might fail, then they could just go to a cash offer. And it turns out though that offer which they did accept, it was not the highest offer. The offer that my clients wrote was in fact the highest offer, not much higher, just about, ironically, just about $10,000 higher than that other offer, but they were considering taking the offer. And here's the lesson, is that the agent was trying to get the sellers to issue a multiple counter offer. There were a total of 3 offers. Apparently, our offer was the best offer price-wise, and then there was the second and third offer, and the agent was trying to get them to do a multiple counter offer. And had they done a multiple counter offer, I want to bet that the other buyer, the one who could have paid cash, I'll bet they would have come up $10,000 or $15,000 or even $20,000. You know, because for them it would really be hardly any difference at the end of the day in terms of their payment for the property, because they were coming in with such a large down payment. But you know what? The wife decided, nah, skip that. I'm fine. I'll just take it right where I am, because she didn't want to negotiate, even though it was pretty much a sure thing that she could have gotten an extra 10 or 20 grand just for docu-signing a few more clicks here and there. She decided not to. But the husband, you know, he really actually did want to take the offer that was $10,000 higher. But guess what? If the offer had not been $10,000 higher, I guarantee you he would not have even been in consideration. And so that's the thing, is that the reason why you want to make your first offer your best, strongest offer out of the gate is because sometimes sellers just don't want to negotiate. Once in a while, they'll just want to take the best offer, even if their agent is doing the right thing and doing all the work for them, just saying, hey, let's just do this and this. Maybe you can squeeze an extra 10 or 20 grand out of the deal, or 50 grand or 100 grand out of the deal. Sometimes the sellers just don't want to even do that, especially in the case of like these sellers who they're elderly and they don't need every single dime out of the transaction. What they're looking for is the sure thing, the smoothest thing, the easiest and low stress thing. So that is why it really is important when you feel that there will be competition for the property. And I know you're saying, hey Seb, the real estate market's soft. It's not like it used to be. You don't have to come out with all guns blazing. Well, listen, we went through this property and I said, well, guys, I'm not supposed to say this, but I love this property. I said, for me, this is a 10. For me, I think this is the best you're going to see in your price range in this location. This is an absolute 10, and you need to do everything you can, because if I feel like it's a 10, I'm sure, and I said, do you guys feel like it's a 10? They said, yeah, we feel this is a 10 too. And I said, I'm sure that there are some other buyers out there who will also feel like it's a 10. I am sure there will be, at least some competition for this property, and you really can't count on getting a counter offer. You really need to put your best foot forward, make the strongest offer that you possibly can. And then if you don't get it, even after making your strongest offer, if you don't get it, at least you'll know that you didn't leave anything on the field. You put it all out there and you did the best you could, and it just didn't work out. And that's a much better feeling than, oh, you know what if I had done this? What if I had done that? What if I had done something more? There was nothing more that they felt they could have done to their offer to make it any better. And so, they are sad, they're bummed out, they didn't get their property, but they're not hurting anywhere near as bad as they would, I know, had they not put it all out there. So, if you find a property and you love it and it's a 10 or a 9 or maybe even an 8 and you really want that property, for heaven's sakes, just realize that even in this market, the best properties that have the good pricing, they will get multiple offers, and you really want to go out there and, put in your best offer first, because you might not get a second chance. All right, well, that's my advice to you for this video. I do hope you found it valuable and that you did enjoy watching it. And if you did enjoy watching it, I'm guessing, just a guess, you might also enjoy some of these videos over here. These are some of the most popular videos here on my YouTube channel, so please do check those out. And also, please do subscribe to my channel. I would very much appreciate it if you would. All right, thank you so very much for watching. I'll have another video again before too long, and please, stay tuned.